asitiam cost of living kwa na ekosro akokwa material catchrew eniema enkoyie obi akrantienti ene ya chinatu kese Independence Day nipa wewire mu okoku akrantienti nipa no won Independence Day ni bi ene koku akuafo ensu bobna se wo musika koku akuani no akokwa they also did 3,600 a year of our bag who crano na bra what is saying me say me am cause we so e ko hwe se ne akuafo ni sitie papa ba ku be chia me no me sa me nsam say nsam say ya wo de chia mbisa ne say wo tibi de nsa no hohoro de nimu anopa utim se wa ye dwumaden wa bua makoko no abedu ba bia edu nipa nkoton kekemra no a wa tini sika so se hwi
Yama ahwefo ina akwaba na yemfa Mega TV and platform we eso. Abusia Paul Yandoh asan akana ho bio. Wadika ka chose Paul Yandoh a political comedian and wa obi take Paul Yandoh serious no. Na onya krominim the kind of politics a we ehukrum ha. Anytime be a Paul Yandoh betna a political talk shows no. Niye ni kasaye eni ensembia okeka ema yehu se this guy is a political comedian ene die ensem na wakofa ba sa obeka ya enche na yewura Ibrahim Hama oto ni different private jets what I say na obi dada ena wasan de ba kwa beka ho se na etu ho news bi popi up ekiremu am se Paul Yandoh say wa attâck Ibrahim Hama yes wa attâck Ibrahim Hama mame nkyere wade ni na Ibrahim Hama ni private jet second private jet oto ya yankasa ye bloggers ye ben nchen ye pushi na ibisa ne say na sise wo the first one no ebe magana na be den ana obechim say ani o be ambulance e dia magana isan say aya na nkofo hiam wa papa abusin ye mbisa ye ho say how many of Ghanaians and how many of politicians and more drink Ghana ho said Ibrahim Mahama drink Ghana ho or say or the be ambulance ama o mine ni ya no ani Paul Yandoh sorry ya omini ye kunkrom sebi sem na o kan no ini kwanse nka o kan sa and when you sika dia koto private jets na farmers ni maame no ye papa no akuafo mu kire mo abusun mi bisa se aden yewura Ibrahim Mahama o ye political figure bi okuru ma na ya to aba bi ayi ni so ndi onya MP ana onya yanko na yinti audience no me pese me pre me ho na ma ye prejudicial on this issue yakoba ye beto aso.
Upon all the mess I'm creating, no sign ako contest in election. Ever grow bemo.
Yen chance, ye be chance. But I say, Paul, now what to say?
I said to them how Danda and Yaman Kuyu
Aday.
Bibi seminar doso. Ushe senya nipe TTM from last one monitor social media. Senya prepaid amount for complaining.
Light bill no.
Ana udia unka bi hey minia ahum tio
complain say my year interview kra wa ni PRO for ECG.
That is good.
Say manful bill ne bi de double.
Nipa ntiase
no de no cre
no cre what you say aside that
investigation kra nkoso no monhwe case no ne ade say bia
problem se Ashanti radio so minim se dum so asa aba bie mu de a
mabisa kra wo me page
e wo ho
se adan ye wo dum so mu ana
ahomte na me nua rent ti sen ate wo de so
enye o
eti ensem no ka ni nyina bomu a nipa bre amani hunu na doso eti se me nua hye coat no ote ha no wo kan nsem no pese NPP agija NPP ntimi ngijada because se wo kofo mo a ade no hit no NPP NDC What I say? So more machine coat no think to say the kind think crying. Yeah, tipo mu had the who fire your camp system no be. What I say? I'm saying no come in tamba but we had the news we be can some aguye so. But the reality akokwa enyema nye enyema nye. What you say? Me rent is so ya pa me fira. Me need to call hide and seek to say
rent a 7 day.
Too much. A day you see 10 years, 20 years. I didn't think yes to
cement to grab 5 CD, not 10 CD.
I didn't. And your money power trainers are. Who got tried the honest one? I mean, you know, Peja. Adrianina Peja means Saudi as what they are. Banku.
Mini banku sa
I won't pay banku a media and no boy to stay new to bear for one
time premium.
What is a new dear so stay new one? A boy and a go back on a new and
one time premium.
What is here? And no so stay new but Niaman Kuye Manipa. What you say? A cosro, o can I say a testament? Intimin cement. Oh. Anna, that is the logical moka.
Say no soon here.
And here the medium Miami got told the Amnicosi die. Makaja cemetery may hide die was a cement yatiso. And here logic, it is a comparison by now, Mikino. Mitia may hide die was yatisament. And I want to the American
interest rates above them. We say Bobby Siakura was here.
Sanity. And the me figures near Kosu, we are Simunyan. As we call hospital. Now you say will be period was so see a bathroom. It's expected so when I she in a bejai. And I yes, when I bobby in yai. When Nina into Osejai. But yes, will be beer or form say it's expected so we are normal. Now still jacket. What you say? Body temperature arise here. Not just a dear CEO system. Not just a BP machine. No. And and sometimes happens. Meaning, send your more cancer inflation about 3 or 2 or 1. What you say, petrol at 29, $1 at 10. Now, the canning for near 2 light beam, year 2 sumu, year 2 rent him, year 2 school fees him, year to take your 4 Kaswa. Akokwa area ho.
Paul Yandoh, NPP, Ashanti region. Ono eni di omanimu ewo nkasa yemu communication no ono ene da oma no na ate ne nka no ai Paul Yandoh ado mayen hwase enra mampani kasai Independence Day and yedi nkomo bi so anopai very very much important efa your forest reserve and hunter no ye jailing no 3 years no. I want us to also touch on that na afi
ye jailing no be 3 yees
we dey beba so meba ho wanti nkomo no yedi nkomo about forest
wako wira mkake
wanti nkomo ni tiwa ri ya want forest say meba eti enonso ewo ho na afi ye the US Israel enra enkra basi asrafo no bi apra na o hwe video no asefim ye kone say no ma miensen ma 15 minutes na boss kakra
ma mencha ona mencha TV na pay ma bedu oforuko constituency da mencha CP form wa especially mo chairman kasi am organizer dollar man me chairman na pay Minia, first time I'm sharing. And I'm Minia Paul Yandoh so
me pet.
No, just every they see what Lebanon and Rwanda say Kotake Biza Yawo. I think say a Libya also Shushim. We name the among a picky from that end, Mustaki. Because we just under we on identifiable areas or target or striking. And I know so here. America, Iran for attack Aramco oil or Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia say we in more attack France American installations in Saudi Arabia, but Aramco belongs to Saudi Arabia. He didn't attack. Some of the attacks, I say, shudder just to be part of the collateral damage and more creative. And I hope and pray Ghana will investigate very well and then find out say didn't attack because free say a list of their enemies are Yanka also more than some I didn't NCOB. But you see, what is happening in Iraq? Iran, sorry, it was here. so I travel longer. There is effect, you know, a better as of mine. And they also now so a dodging who knows a quaben so never faswa to come to which maybe the America can say Empire because we share the rival of America and Iran and Nasem. Now I say Maminu na Babatum. Because I share the history I shall say since 1951. Mohammed Musa the Kase Omuya Riban for the nationalization of Iran oil. That was 1951. I'm more consider a 1872 concession be Amuya at the time I discover oil. And because this time around I was Omuya oil. America succeeded by influencing Shah Mohammed. So okay, raise Pahlavi Fono say I'm overthrow Mohammed Mosaddeq. I'm succeeded. I mean, now, whilst they are there, Mama, Iran was very free country. Obia enjoyed their Obia Edope. Till 1979,
right?
And a friend say, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, Abaya say, Omababeku. Then they took over. A new constitution in 81. What do you call it? Islamic Republic of Iran. And that's why America who say no. Maybe Amunina Namide. I say I am and if we share the history of Iran, even after the overthrow of a friend say Shah Mohammed and in the family, no, I had to learn and Chebia and also engage war with a friend say Saddam Hussein. And after Saddam Hussein, no, America say could I joke a crime to copy and name but sanctions after sanction because America discover say or me a friend nuclear weapon. Every time be a sanction sanction. Iran is so. Some proxy will play. They are using Houthis in Yemen as their proxy.
Yeah.
They are using Hezbollah for in Lebanon as their proxy. To some larger extent, because we use Hamas for in Palestine as their proxy. So America will say, also as they are becoming a threat to the Middle East. So American feel say, any strong nation be rising in the Middle East, you know, against Israel are their enemies. If not for that fact, we in America because of Obi possessing nuclear weapon, you can't attack him. So okay, about 4 months ago, 3 months. What time is a percent okay heated pan? Americans charge one of their worst weapon, a friend B2, that B2 jet. Attack here and Momoka so on my decimate all this nuclear facility and to be say safe. Just less than 4 months. Which I say I didn't know. My discovery said no Mosako. They said more severe we are and that's what is the guarantee say we are. You better discover Ampa, but this meeting a nuclear weapon. So you can see clearly say and shut here because of ABI nuclear weapon there are certain motive behind. Maybe because it's about say capture that oil area. I'm also seeing do it with Venezuela. I'm also Maduro I breached the contract between France, Exxon Quebec and Venezuela. In the international court, almost into a musca over $1 billion. But there was a mintia. I'm a command to Mampiacha, New I feel so the DEA now. I'm established to fight the drugs in France, Venezuela. No, Maduro Pamamo, and Maduro have allowed say among for use drugs find the border, Ediba American, Amako Cochino, the Naba America. In fact, I'm say in the election crown or use drugs money. Now America is controlling the Venezuelan oil. Likewise, they want to also go into Middle East and take charge of Iran because as for Iraq, Saudi Arabia they are under control. Bahrain, Qatar, United Arab Emirates and stuff. Under control.
But what you Trump also some of the concerns I will raise here say Iran. The supreme leader through the hands. Many women and children near day afra just wakum nipa bebre almost totally about also over 35,000 or more count to aba eti on one end no ni dwumadi enti omu ni say onye nipa papa oye evil he needs to be in a regime na so mo ending.
How can they do that? Amana mutim no there's a constitution era no mine.
Okay,
amana mutim no amana jitum say they have to do these two things. More supreme leader the human leader and a more president is a president there Masoud Kashmir.
Sure.
Now principle is they are enforcing the Sharia and America feels against the right of people and stuff. but they don't have the evidence of say killing. Killings are saying and say, I'm for sorry, demonstration say they don't believe in the government and economic hardship. Okay, and I say, 3 months ago, protest here, and
some women were even arrested.
I was also say, Crophobia, I'm sure that Iranians. Who say Iranian Crofobia from Mossad? Mossad, Arabic Jews.
Okay.
They are in Iran, they are in Iraq, they are in Saudi Arabia, somehow.
But
Yemen,
Israel descent.
Yeah, Israel descent.
Okay.
And these are people are America, Arab for all, see them as spies for Israel.
Okay.
Now say the killing of Hania, Al-Assad Hania, the killing of Hassan Nasrallah. Okay. It's a link with start Mossad phone. In fact, the attack at Aramco and America, Saudi Arabia, don't believe say it came from say Mossad phone. So these are the people. I'm sorry, they are about 2% in Iran.
Okay.
And then Amuya say, you see, so okay, I'm moving from so okay, what happened with Saddam after American call? A concern Amuchinya among a dear friend a nuclear weapon. And because we are so nuclear weapon Ukraine. Will be on him, so Moko Kruna, now they move out another room, and this Ombokomasia, maybe I told their Cotamal. I'm going to tell their Coebia, voter agent. John Bayan, Ambagasa, even if say, and Ukra and Nuha, Ambaso Mukase, Saddam or charges against humanities, or Kukuma Monfo or Jela Monfo necessarily, so they are going to do a regime change. All they want was to break down Saddam. And this is in doing so. After America left Iraq, up to now, Iraq to say. When we got a crew man and penal, Mukoy hanging one day, I hanging, I'm free. I copy the Shia Sunni Toka Iraq adequate. The same thing Mukoy with Saddam, France, and Papa say, Gaddafi. So, while abusing human rights, crew man complain up to now, France, Libya. In fact, now Aisha Gaddafi, the Baba could be actual letter, they come the people of Iran, so we are careful. Because I don't know who they see on the crew. Okay, Afghanistan.
Right.
I'm so Al Qaeda and Taliban forces, Maba take over the country. My coup, and Jimuno, Abuzo, my Muslim go school, Yampene. I'm by a hijack crew for over 8 years. So standard Amuku, France say, very famous terrorist, Amukun, we never see. They left Afghanistan area, Kati. To the same Al Qaeda and Taliban forces. Look at them call Mogadishu. I'm sorry, because Papa is or the sample. If this Mogadishu double, a more call, a moon penny, my young money, I'm sorry, call Somalia, we can take it. In Tokagidi 2 days, I'm a free up to Somalia and peaceful. So what we are saying is that it's not about Obi Kumobi, Omako 35,000. So who succeeded in doing this? Autopol government, you know. Now, when Timinko Kronunko Tranasi, and control no free Krona, what do you think will happen? We have a Kroma, the 62% of patients in our from Faris Forum. These people, the majority in the country, they believe in the leadership of Ayeda Humaini, a supreme leader. The minority, the Azaris and the Kurdish and the Mossad and stuff. Now, what they say, they even accused America the Kurds in France, Iran. If Uko yi a leader, when they do accept him, what do you think will happen? How do you expect all the minority be the majority? It's not going to be possible. So some of you said 35,000 Nipa Unti. Amuko yi a friend said the real nephew. Do you know the millions who will die after that? Because the moment I'm break your mind up. Now I'm going to be here because I'm going to track record say Amako Libya, Amako France, Mogadishu Farah did the Binam Pesam kind of Amoko Mogadishu against Farah did okay mess up. Amoko France Afghanistan against Al Qaeda and Taliban, Osama bin Laden, Amoko. So all these places Amoko in Iraq against Saddam, all these countries are living in Omajai country with problems. So if the fact is about 35,000, and no, I mean, so much is okay or no trap. So the America opposite of Amawi, I can't say Kruma major to say I'm going to build the regime change, and it's not going to work because Nepal will be free on the majority of panel. So maybe they make and say, maybe a bomb by say to can be in time because say giant to Kana Mano continue like this. What going to happen is in the long run it's going to affect us as a country. You know that debate in some Mukacham say control fuel number of $83 per barrel.
Yeah, rise it.
Yes, oh, they are about 6 weeks there. The question is that by the time 6 weeks besano, then the one Jaya now. Say Jaya, how much will be a fuel at that time?
Right.
So if I turn your fuel at $41, now I do $83, that means we are losing. Yeah, I shall say lose times 2. What do I say? It means we have to buy it times 2 of the one I sell at $41. So if by the time I get the now I could be, God forbid, I could do $150. So means Ghana government has to do times 3.
Yeah.
The consequential effect is one, we need to spend more dollars to get the oil, and to take off more dollars, and it will affect the dollar injection again in the Bank of Ghana. It might stabilize the city. So while the price of friends fuel air cost one should say a city a bit depreciating, and I mean the price of cocoa has dropped to 2,000. Why? Because the manufacturers of cocoa say one of their customers are Middle East, as we know. So like this, I'm for enter chocolate output products will be lower, so they are not going for it. So the American say we are bomb price and man and travel far. But say about boy say and say you ain't kind of crunch America say they are no. My I don't know if the who would also be our. Yes, they could be say Khomeini and his leadership are bad. But without them it will be worse in Iran, I can tell you.
Okay.
So Recep Tayyip Erdogan was say ono dey ono say no krom ked no bi o. Ono mo kopa.
Right.
But say Jaima Iran breaky, no those kids in Iran himself it affect Turkey, because we come and support Turkey say establishment. We have a story to tell. Okay, say this crofire from Tariq for more Libya, Niger and Algeria. Since the fall of Libya, ministers, those enclave peaceful biome. I'm from they want to establish their own state. I'm not travel down Bedu Burkina Faso, Bedu La Côte d'Ivoire. I'm not about Kukume Mayana say they have gone far. I could do some Bisa forest. I could merge with the Boko Haram in Nigeria. Harm for. I could do Chad, but Chad army push your maba out. They try Sudan because Sudan and Saudi Sudan and peaceful. This almost a mansanko. So say German to see and they say what you're going to do is we are creating rebels for our own in a country. One of the congressmen in America say, and yet the victory of America now is the aftermath of the victory. Trump invited what we call rebels and a terrorist for America.
Okay.
Because I know that these people end up trying to revenge in other means. Either say I'm going to target American solutions, baby, and Americans are more terrorists. Several things who say Al-Zakawi and course or much America for 2 minutes. Oh, some videos now. What happened in Syria and stuff. So you best America. It's not about you go kunta kwana na to pull the leadership no we are not jana better America. No aja group no mo ko muguguma. Am several na mama all this country amoko bia no up to date that country near peaceful. Mamu example when they attack is Saddam Saddam was believed to be a Sunni biased guy. They'll end up giving the leadership of Iraq to Shia. I'm telling you, Prime Minister about 3 times. Apart from that, the killings are caught between Shia and Sunni in Iraq. A chain to Gulf War and Desert Storm Nina. So what we are saying is that look at what they did in Afghanistan. Who can say omo play Afghanistan na mo for the say mo find come because you know my ajuma yakwa mo for we. So Mr. it's all about Yoko and then the M1. But now to the Papaya China Kutumi.
A forest Santano.
And you see me, my Canada, I be platform is now I'm from Timasi. And I want to side with a former Minister of National Security, the Papa of free around a juicy area. Canapa. Okay. Say your judgment and to the be against and so. Omuma Nemaya.
So we do watch him say it na boa crowd
obi akoye campaign say first cabra na mamuska wajija am first bebre e dey go to 15 years within 8 months ya reduce 15 years no to 1 year what dey go na 2 months e na filo obi come dey no watch say we baba crowd chesi fi wuro bebre na wura for reserve watch mo about 8 9 10 be ko mo motamu na within 2 days just in 3 years. Your case of $300 million, $500 million, $600 million, Galam say, if you want to have 10 years, you have a moment on the post.
Say, or mining person with
my person interest, but mining at the Akranteji. Say, I come back and tell back to go them 3 years. I'm not saying the law shouldn't be enforced, but we should be, look, they may make say, you can look at the law. So, maybe I say, adopt to British law and the debate to you. But I make a law was but I believe, say, Ghana, I will be a banchi. Maybe not go 5 years. Time I'm law, we say, Bonu, we a banchi. and we really be so very harshly. We are not work to. And so yes, there be nice for the same law and a system. Look, you were brought up in the olden days, you know. Say, Sabi, come to our old bushman now. I can't even. That's how we brought up to date. You people go to hunting.
Obi crab board, they be a common the wild to meet
up to now. People are doing hunting in this country. So, for example, you look at say, come on, be quiet. Every match on Papa, be all coin and look at so called. I should to be 1 month. Now, publish but 3 years. So, now, I feel consider what happened to his family. Do you know what is going to happen to his family? Say because I go can't we not go to 3 years. Now money no survival. Look, sometimes we should be a bit considerate. Say and people who here. It is only in Ghana they waste some for time in prison. Now they are even called correctional centers abroad. Now say also in terms of somebody police give say school uniform nobody prince of upper. And say good omo here with UNJ. Yeah. You say UNJ I'm say MP for Bayano. One is 149. Sure. So they are collaborating with here. And I think it's a very good initiative. But so people come across na a prawanti also go them 3 years. Now program last span say. A program about 3 years here. The whole lifespan say. It is very unfair. And the one I justify that yes, we agree. And I like the question you ask. Conform here, Galamsi or Forest, why penalty what you are going to go Amanda? So, me, only how many excavated in the bush, only a proud to do our farm so. Nin can't form saying, now, we need to create a beefy, Udania, Concrofufia, or Cabot, I say, excavated the only person who one a proud form so come. Yen two man, Brofu, then did the Muya, and I say we are not a story. Now, because of no BNG. Yeah. Obi aminti on go 3 years. Ya go mu no mabona say bia say ebe kwa go do president ni mu so be intervene na ye de na ba. Mami finalize on Ghana. Yeah. I think say sister years.
Enra what ne o ma tie nyina na te say.
Oh, enra na most it will be a debate hot pa and man shall take us me accept kakra through Joy News kakra na metie. But you see me what I'm looking at say me feel say Ghana go pa shira pa.
69 years.
69 years of peace. 69 years of good leadership from the one to the Canadian government will be about whom I think so. Would you consider Ghana? Or Ghana compare other countries? Within the 69 years, and they say, Yakwakoya maybe war be into Kobe, this whatever. Say tribe be against the tribe. The only time I hear what happened between the northern part in the Rolling Star 1996 and 7 or thereabout and experience some kind of things. We live very peaceful, but Kakra. Ghana for super SSA. Right. Our patriotism is fading out because I don't know say, oh sure obi che Kwame Nkrumah. Our independence by and episodes in the field when you bit magic.
Is it the never honum pukra say obi the crowd?
And the crowd say will say you from was on the property there the party there. But the party decided to let it go. Yeah. Me da be no be cap at Krobedu say how it helped Argentina. Sure. And I'm showing the film say Krobedu say film say I. And a minister, and CEO, and MP, deputy CEO, coordinators who move your journey. Who compare with salary pan in the Fiabe journey. And Ghana, if you make an election, no be a motorbike cost 20,000, 30,000 for 1 vote. You call election now, Nipa by 200,000, no be almost 700 Ghana cedis. Who multiply 140 something million Ghana cedis 1 day. 140 something million Ghana will be the amount Professor Mukoche in Ghana, and the Ghana is changing. In fact, a deeper enter Ghana forces say Paa. We are becoming frosters or memoir. She not pay me be Michelle Kolabi. And we got to say, hey, Minister Crown and this I'm not watching. Yeah, my name to watch him some other day. Or see QNet for now. And this I'm Kolangora moving stream. Me add up peripheries of Ghana, Nkurasukas, Obiti Kruma. No, I don't know communicate this. I don't know about now. Much to or more do music now. We are now. I'm afraid on Kolanbeto Gobea will be shocked. What they are going through. And our security, and I see a chicken unit for near Jam, or then she say a chicken unit for near Jam. I say system in Yajuma Papa. And it's very bad for us as a baby. On my bagana Babu 69 years. I did time you need professors, you need doctors in a young yellow, and now with professors, engineers, whatever. I feel no Kruma. Finally, I believe the system in are good, but for one thing. And say your institutions, when it comes to documentations, we are very, very bad. Very, very poor.
You keep your records.
And the Praga KK. No Praga no more. Yeah. I can tell you 25% of foreigners. I know from Niger and Nigeria and Mali.
omo mutwi na
omo mutwi pragia wo nza it's kuma mun fire bibi so mo ya dia from delivery we don't have their data obi no obi information they want to only say delivery or for us one day two face of you no do two as usual no ko chino it's kuma bibi as obi ya de ope obi ni shedi but no wo ya de ope no proper record if I move for pragia ewo o take FM
right
over in bra alaba uni roxy maybe I wouldn't roxy so ko
yeah first mama
was uni roxy I was asking myself how to go out would take FM uni roxy and I said I kind of was one of Ghana and when we started speaking outside I was kind of purely Nigeria Hausa. So I'm saying say if we do all this up to now Ghana it shall be proper record of ourselves sir.
But see answer near this anchor we be free because if you walk around no Ghana card just
and them say you know and
more politicians mo ka ho about 20 no man tie my infiltrations be brain any pe free baby be wura sir.
Now time I got the issue about say the only document that just say we Ghana ni and birth set yeah, come on, I'm saying because what we have said that. Okay, I see what is also be that offering him free. Maybe a high and one actual why I got any. That cannot be done. Okay, like world me background free. My queen in Burkina Faso. That's where my grandfather everybody. Your land or your farm or if I go to the person here Burkina Faso, I have to start there. From fee. Na endorse me now more assemblyman now endorse na economy so by the time I got to Burkina Faso apart from root to fear ankasa comment but the kuma who comment here also this also be the ajwa that is all your church ama watch number you got a birth set the next time you move to passport I also be fear it was some fear kwa dey na be ho e dey obi so fear or cemetery na achro and one na man passport
Abdul.
So you should be serious.
All right.
You know this the outside our documentations. I'm telling you, we are very, very bad at it.
Right. Meda CP Abdul na woten nkano CPP ono na chese upi mu asante mantem hanom a ochrochro edema omo Abdul Salam. Mamenko Ali so. Ali.
Akokwa I didn't hear the pa ya some good one
akokwa Oze me ya branche
ozo ya branche William say me so na danjeza
sure ye intio
menua Paul Yandoh say anopai ka de kana woso go Ghana fo nyina so cause some obeke kai no nyina na ka me akoye say ohun say aban yi wo mu ani emwa Ghana fo eno nti ne kra nyina ne say kebeya Ghana fo ento aba entia eye NDC aban said ye beya wo mu beba abetake over light hun sensema o kan ho asabe
right
as of late 2024
okay
mu free aban mu muja eka poly 70 billion Ghana cedis in the energy sector. Sa 70 billion Ghana cedis na muja no. Osha Esla sika omotimeji was around 45 billion Ghana cedis. Esla energy sector levy. Womoji sika poly 45 billion Ghana cedis. Womanti and yusu sa sika de bio antia eka womo eburugu ho. Atimi ahwenyankopo anim before leaving office. Bro saka pudo say 70 billion. Womo na mpeso obitua sa sika no. Etimo created this mess. Now say accuse this government say blight who says some that you have no moral right. But
already no.
Yes.
They already government through the finance minister at the 1 CD levy at the to fuel also just for the energy sector see bit me a revamp.
No me tell say so far be any previous administration se ka pudu a moteji no 45 billion Ghana cedis no. When me country Ghana for you mo dis kan ye
okay
Paul Yandoh man ti asiesa ka before say ka be asu ago Ghana for so no say wo mo ho mo bo na wo mo pack NDC because ya bon no mo ko fa mo na no wo say ka otimi make sure say saka kasika dudo na mo pudo na mo ja 70 billion no mo je 45 billion na mo ti just ka de manom spedede na mo de let's be serious in this country. But yeah na me ya say asat now ye jai MPP for ama womanya no e kasa eto de bia me dwene ho a I can't simply think far, I can't think madness. Because think ye shasi ema womo aso eye hyehyehye enka amontimi nya no mpono makasa wo krom ha
na se mo na tumi kura mo
yes and I'm tell say
mo ba nyina mo say
I am very convinced that ora be adwuma na se de esi konwa no na mewre awo hu ewo ho because said the normal say call say otie MPP for ya na buafu keke say de ekoso nyina say nya kro ne say nkrampo na eye say amamuo bi a ye de Ghana for Ghana share NPP nsa 8 good years brother na me boy ye de o my Ghana share mo nsa 8 good years say mumra mesom akufo the president obeso obedie nyina an wo ko demonstration hodo na ye ho kire nyina no ekowie Ghana sen busha kasia motete we are moving Ghana's economy from taxation to production ekowie asia no na say covid levy no dey ahwe trim
but obviously
listen
obviously
yes
nensemo reason
yes
we know said the economy near will see something
yes
abanya bola state junk but abanya bone ho money am yet me about
yes
but realistically
yes
and someone working FR 1 rent any other staff electricity who wants more working they are really issues I think we should be looking at how to handle them
the electricity matter I mean the PRC are becoming one that I mean, this could be technical issue. But I correct it because no normal. Obi a complaining.
No, they're talking about the increment. Yeah. I mean the percentage increment
of what of electricity.
PURC. I think the 9% and 15%.
Oh, now 7%. That's what I mean, we were in this country to me picture I'm call 28% and a certain government.
Yeah, that
so it's normal. It's normal. I mean, upon all this IMF conditionality, nobody IMF. One of part of their conditions. Say unto tum mrano. So what sa agreement here. Na fi 82 man. Wako twa ho. And I'm so person obedi o mai ebe scam that Ghana for ntino. Was say yeah bre. I think the Ghana for are becoming so discerning. The MPP for politics now they are way beyond that.
Right now because there were IMF conditionality
yes.
your utility
the government has yes.
So we are hoping say as president by June or so June July thereabout we're going to exit the IMF we hoping say increment because I no there monsan should be answer I'm hoping so
akokwa Michelle o afedi kesi so
right
mani mo nyamu nya me pa
right
me Ibrahim Ali ametu afedi kesi so one way somewhere around 2027
okay
by that time na MPP ni bi antime mowa
adai
for what I know as a member of the national communications team meetings are hodo ayeko men na musumo nyina no manya obia say Dr. Mamu Bawumia na mo san kofa na ba
but 69 years on
yes
ye hwe Ghana ye development
yes
MPP ja ho mam 2024 besi sabri mampanin se mo de tu dwa no wasa mayen boshe bebre waka women bank say omo final stage eba waka education ho nsem waka trade how why be didwa I betumi akosi wo hwe a akwete say all my hopes enna wutie ni nkasa ye ni mu nyina no a ase all my ye ni daso ne but the expectations of Ghanaians
yes
so far on corruption on I mean the prices of normal cost said
yes
and some more kind nyina no saying na because and very serious issues.
Let's be very honest with ourselves as a nation. No credit eba kope. Minimum so you're journalist.
Yeah.
Akonya woti so no entimi won kasa.
Right.
But if you want to be very fair, realistic and objective, you will be convinced beyond reasonable doubt to say afia Ghana for edema so we afia Ghana for edema modern bo abaya bo in terms of prudent economic management. ne ahoto so aba to Ghana for so bia ho atodo no when they compare the entire 8 years of the national new patriotic party we untimi fan to huma nenye ye abana
ideally
I admit just a moment maybe hold on you see I admit yes there are challenges they are. Who are those criticizing? No more mobile my NPP for. Mufri abemu muja mubo bosia puduo 700 billion Ghana cedis. Mobile toka 122 billion Ghana cedis. Mufri as of late 2024 that your public debt ending up almost 700 and something billion Ghana cedis.
No doubt about that. In the Fourth Republic.
No, I'm just
yes.
Yes.
So we agree.
Yes. So let's remind them so that they can stop talking.
But we expect
in the history of this country. No, I'm not sure they are yet. For now, let me tell the challenge, the problem they created. Domestic debt exchange program. Okay.
DDP.
Yeah, ma'am. Woman yeah, Juma several years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Munka na. Mo said adaya. Woman seka was a sefata woman. Mo fam woman. Can we bring those lives back? 2021 Auditor General Report. Almost 12 billion across all ministry departments and agencies. Oko Audit Service 2021 report. Contract for sales scandal in 2029. Okay, Papa see there or selling government contract or to share color well no was OCD.
No design.
CEO is PPA CEO, former CEO implicating something at J.
Okay.
What does here? So all this mess are creating. Money you are there like you feel like someone creative. Like when I know air kasa. As I'm talking to you now, Ghana we are here for woman say about prudent economic management. Ghana, we Ghana see change. And now we know because before
but let's focus on the working.
Yes,
we agree.
Yes,
and normal be on the part of the MPP,
yes,
which we condemn.
And so let me come to what we have done since we came.
But Mami Kasai, achievements, Enra, independence.
What's he say?
He talked about resetting and normal Omaye. Bebe one, he talked about 24-hour economy. Or yes, factually, yes. Policy amoka asemo de beba.
Yes.
69 years on, mo suma besum just a year any. Ye saying Women Bank Maboso. I've talked about so many things. I want you to center it because you're going to say, I say, yes, sir, usual thing.
Yeah, but see, it's part of my submission,
right?
But let you understand, say, over all the economic indicators are right. Amadis Women Development Bank, 24-hour economy,
right?
The other promises are buying a year. You're setting grounds no dada.
Okay.
So what I say, and then I know can say inflation 3.3%. And then Saturday I know can say inflation 3.3%. Somewhere around December 2024, I brought up with
yeah.
Now inflation 23.8%.
Yeah.
She said they have to say who we better higher propaganda. The economic indicators will expose you. Your inflation was somewhere around 50-something% under the leadership of the economic, Brexit. And then the exchange rate. And then the unemployment rate. Mufri Abemune 14.7%. And the unemployment rate as of today, Saturday, 13.0%. What do I say? So, Fapem President Oman the State of the Nation address what catch a Ghana phone I say they say 24-hour economy so much here to be okay and will rule this policy out and I no man I promise yes said the bebano you be no man be ama man day and be day aye Timas Ghana for say NDC enye krana na NPP ye boy a home day. And said there are challenges, but I don't think say challenges are currently alternative, which is the NPP.
Right.
Because I'm saying, Dr. Bawumia, they say, government, what were they able to do apart from free SHS? Oh, I'm asking you.
Oh, so more we are quine. Now, what is it? Agenda 111.
Say free SHS come in the buy and crime, but oh, now, say, me na me student senior prefect.
As I say,
me say.
I know.
Me a senior prefect. They be. Now me a central regional SRC president. Former. You rolling out this policy, no. You roll it, You rolling out this policy, no. Yet you answer friend. Former school prefect. Former the see uncle. Ni uncle Domus who we say the program no say running. Yes. The records are there. Me community school Agri Memorial AME Zion Secondary School. Me real school mu hono me swing.
And then
we class bako ni atinya packing kwala sadi. Class 2 contain 50 students. Be ko mo na 300 students they were the same class. Na teacher dey be that child there. And then because of free SHS in they were buying questions for the students. African Education Watch and other people were complaining about it.
Okay.
And then KNUST, a lot of people inside KNUST are more AA students, no. Okay. They don't know their left from right. I can come on Monday day, one more empty me.
Right.
So what I would say is Ghana for Benya
Okay.
The government actually mean well for the ordinary Ghanaian citizen. Talking about these forest reserves, let me just quickly rush there. I think the punishment was too harsh.
Okay.
No, I think we shall share 8-10.
Yeah.
I can't 3 minutes.
20 cry. I'm 20 no cry.
No, say 20 minutes.
And I can't 3 minutes.
Okay, fine. That's the remember on top. Look at the forest reserves are almost 3 years here. Added here. Added. Chairman, I want to make case idea actually. How many months in it? How many years in it? Multimedia the seconds actually obey because of say work hands. You see, we should be serious.
Right.
The speed that you use to in jailing some of these people, we should use the same speed in jailing, other, politicians. The Galam says. And I'm very confident on your program beyond reasonable doubt. Say me, Ibrahim Ali Amitihe. If within the coming, months, the current Ashanti regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party. Say Abayan Timi and Kanasem ye and for no uncommon jailina. I state on your bigger platform, say me Ibrahim Ali. I will resign from the National Democratic Congress.
That's a strong statement.
Oh, yes, and I mean it.
It's in court.
Yes, you see.
And then run a back.
Yes, you see, they are hasting slowly.
We have had cases.
Yes.
Yes. And with evidence, Attorney General be put forward in inquisition.
Evidence,
the statement you are making is very strong.
It's profound. You see, I'm saying this because I know what I'm talking about. And I have already done my own investigation. And I'm here very convinced beyond reasonable doubt to say Chairman Wontumi is guilty. Even though the courts, the competent court of jurisdiction, yes, but yes, I won't go in the details. But I think that it is important so because as somebody by Martin Martin Pebu solid evidence.
But there are so many galamsey yes a wukru imu a pennyfo e hyehyase as mampani kan na o opposition say they are big men report no we are here domusoko. Okay, yes, I can assure you say currently no the dockets of about 7 of them are ready. Wow. Enche Ghana for na betin semne galamsey for no
the bigger fishes smaller fishes there you go so yomo. Okay, you be yomo in abafie they are not the targets.
Okay.
One more to me edisika touch and focus here and all those stuff. One more no be the targets. See, na ye drew one say Chairman Wontumi. Ye delete too ma. Mo bi anko jina baby mbeka say and a political witch hunting at the end. I am convinced beyond reasonable doubt to say acha by next year no demo so.
No, that one you cannot say that because emra and a court in India.
And I'm sure say with the evidence at hand,
I have no doubt.
But you are not the Attorney General. You are not in court.
But that's why I'm putting pressure on them. That with this evidence, no one my evidence
you are not.
Then
you're
incompetent.
You are not a judge.
I'm not a judge.
Yes, so we can't take that. Me, I can say who expectations and they say inquiry.
My expectation are extremely high, 99.99%. I expect extremely high, 99.99%. I want to be there.
Okay.
Shama you to me, madam.
All right, thank you.
Sir, and then you call you soon as scapegoats.
Okay, thank you. Ali, no, Ibrahim Ali, a NDC communications team member, okay, national communications team, no, and our team in Kano. Paul.
Akukwa. No pay the medasi, papa. Na. Mama shame party for say. Ebraso say party adwuma ya year over the period nyina no ye say ye trotro wo mu aye ko mo so dani da nyina din e wo buku a ye de amaye nim me gina mo platform so aka kire wo mo say o mo hwe nyame anim na o mo ma afoforo a wo mo to about same polling station wo no nipa over 500 people no omo din embrem so omo ye NPP fo a omo de book no esie omo de ahihye omo toam ofre no ano nam ha wo se ha yese mountain polling station ho na amanfo entimi metro omo din se omo ye NPP fo a yesre wo mo ye ma ye party ni nya akono. If we don't write their names, they will punish us during the elections. Yes, but yet so true, then they become part of us. Yeni omuni ebe nante na omatu omaba amaye. Nipa no o expect say obehye u t-shirt. Na mo utwo ni din wo book mu dia ompese wo betro. Me trap wo free the case so asre wo mo. What you say omumwa na process no from 1st of March ebe wie 31st no ebe wie na yenya nipa dodo no a, and I can assure them see even half of the people omo a police center or say omo ye NPP fo a we have won the elections in advance. Enya dia elections event, it's a process we nyina ka ho bi ti ebe stress omo ma saade no enya adwuma na emo aye nyina. Akukwa efa Iran ne Israel ne US in 7 no there minua Salam waka, and he has that can say flow ewo ho watch history and whatever, and I always commend him on that aspect. I would me ema sa enchechemu no nyamisha no papa na me mesusu aka because there are 2 or 3 countries where nyina no omo might na omukura no masa ye mkurabi o ti ase ye mkurabi kura because player timi dane no ho wie mu ya ye bombo suma ya suma se enko play no a dane na dodge na ye se ni ade ye die eduru akrofo mu na etitoye enti me ka manesizu se senior ekoso no me de me ko headed makota asumasi ana obintin echi ko kana man ko kan yi a ebe ko akofa asem abre ye nyina na matise okuja tozo besebesi na won kana no ntum kura because so ko ka bibi se kim na ya hweye ne ade ko ka ho sesi ya ese Ghana ye to kura no eto 1 2 3 na senior esi abe no wo be je to nkura to form o ti ase plane afeni ekoto helicopter 4 ni ato 2 amoma pani ye de wa ha kura enye adwuma ni atimi de akoko o ti ase B2 ne wa ya okay ebi wo Ghana ha omo na mom se ehun sunso aso no bema ye petrol ana e bibia akofom de entimi ensi because
they are possible
me pa cho de di kan to eye adwuma mebo yesi do even combat you say one obo adwuma den o ma pani kura kan to has started working
by a year up to 45,000 per
deɛ tie bia na no yɛ Ghana anya sa yɛ sɛ to crude etimu tu ya na mo de amatɔfo na o ma nane ne akoto ya de etinya de benya susuaso bia wo obi aso eti ye no me di ebe konko
ba se import bebre ba refined fuel de
munyai
de ye ne ha ne nso yen
me say munyai ni en concentrate se to no ne bebie mu a yembiem Actually, ye baby ma yembiem
ba se nye mprempre wuntimi nye ni sisia
ma ye to ye dey
dem make say ebe ye adwuma no start crash build another factory and I say sa to yi nature bia I mean it will take some time bia a year crash edino mprempre ye ntokwa yi koso a oil no so e ko na ni music cry extra $80 per barrel no ye ne den
me say when the willpower is there you bet my here.
You bet me in bed 3 months.
Na China for almost 17 or 19 days. Esi abrose 59.
Okay.
Na de na Ghana kwa de ka bibia na ya mudende NDC ba bibia no possible money pa.
How industrialization ni infidi nyuma ne ade China ko na ni mu chen yi. Nti ono ka so ye bibia say
ene so kan ya de ne nyinya wo masem we. Ananti de kana say. You compare because we want to get there. Na see etimi compare no ma ko manim dodo kra de na etie ye de.
Ma yenye realistic.
Na me say yan compare ni etimi focus say na say yan etimi target say nkofo de ye ko bia. Ene etie ye de. Den ti na we say discuss bibi kra.
Asisi ya opeso unya sika se your friends despite ene kwesitwum mu ne wo mu a sikafo ebo mu din okrumu ene Ibrahim Mahama mo ne nasefo na opeso unya
ene ne obubo bodi o
be take you time ana mebo obepa
ena me say se ye ntimi fo mu nka asemo dia ene na ye den o te de kana say they started somewhere. But yes, started so near me say willpower ne wo wa kokwa ye peti maye wo de ma na me nsem dosu.
Okay.
What I say nti run ne we nsem no de me mesusu aka because ya to ye adwuma mampani aka ye da na say combat nyame ncha no wo nyere no ho combat wo nhye bi mfa bi nhye atare ne ne fa bonya
edi say de ni nyina da no
so say ne be ya
e wo to ho.
Yes, because we are told they say some magic bi and a president ama petrol aba form enye world market price bia ne ade joma ama ba aba papa ba petrol ayefo wo ha wo go ba bia ne yire da so ye lodina ne ba sharif ne ayi da so ho wo ti ase ba be da so tu akonwam enti bibia ne ho asesa bibia so sesa e be continue enjoy petrol ye 10 cities ne 11 cities no ma membra owura ya say akrantienti ya chi na tumi for hwe me ra ho from Saturday na enanopa me say etie sa story no enam so a wa frɛ sa forestry PRO no so no me ra ho mo na me bisa me ho say o man be kura na etimo yi edie be pa na ekoso a che say oni bie mo broni ena debia emra edino aden uti ase hwe de to kokko akuafo
na nas we ni atata ni so
me so ankasa nyese mani no tae a time me from makata say me dia we ho from Saturday sa na me de ba studio yi ansa na me bedu ha masati asemu a akoso no
afra
na minia ekasa ye no opa kire se ase MPP for the yato abam ya lusu etien tomrem emien kasa we have no moral right to talk send sessions are all making no just say and say kasa kra he's even sitting here saying say hu ni MPP for that so nenam ho yen chichi yen tumu yen ye die ben die mu die ye so
I don't mind mo
what you say e kwan o mo de afa so no akokwa enswa
eno ne de hin o mo ye
what you say several MPP for kwan afa so ko chi wo mu fie Bank of Ghana governor kra bo run fie ye be wie na 10,000 ayira wo dan mu ho ye call finance minister if you abra ye nim say oni ho no ni ama ne ma aye match pass wo dem wa hu ni fie ho ye line up ne ma eni ade what you say ADC of Dr. Baumia we police in you. What you say? You go bully die a search ne fie ade o di Baumia. Master, I can count number of people. It's Obama Pokrase or the idea to the Facebook keke. You go bully pro e fa no koi. Say what make munchire police for e kwan fa so this ade no to ni Facebook. Ade video wa repost. Menia enti de omodia ye no pa kire say ye de ye nka na kokwa wudi adanse say with the energy sector there one more contract almost signed from 2012 ABC 2016 I think the World Bank another World Bank furniture leader crack be say Ghana energy sector no contracts ahodo aban na wo that period no assign to ho no ena ama oman no enyira ne naso because within a year no we were paying like $500 million because of contract take or pay agreement akokwa me feel say udi sa adanse no what you say and in all things no ya ba bewie ama 8 years of akofo Dubai you are here you witness a constant supply of electricity meboa enti no minia cannot say a car ye betu ye no ye the justification e ma ye deprive Ghanaians and Ghana for of electricity
but so mo kono so car mo ja enya
no mo de mo ja to on contract boni a omo ja akato ho esa sign contract boni eti a car coupled with a car monthly utua masa emien ko ho but Yamanu anya excuse Yamayan constant supply of electricity. Mubaye aban papa ba is expected to say and never back from amaminu mienu yate swaba and anya sa
but say omo no mo ye bia so omo atete so kakra
yate electricity ni so
make omo cabo any idea okay so omo boka tu e na no say Independence Day previously na 15 million is almost 1.5 pen almost spend day and no dey
omo file RTI for last year there aba
and Felix aka ho asem say
and then we last year na yeah say RTI yeah file within 14 days be kan ho asem che nipa no watena ho from last year and we bu last year 15 million ko say what they say
1.5 million
1.5 million and say no am dey to there because soldier from you know mu year president say no 1.5 million and anya sa mu kwa shede mu no mu diwo Jubilee House nkwa no 1.5 million
abasa ho bai
the buta ho ne mo de coke ana fanta ana ka banku ba
mo be che niane nko
eti nyina be di bianti mu kwa shedem edi sa 1.5 million ye nyina ya ntra fie enya sa kokwa ankoda now Mubaye aban papa ba is expected say nka mobetete niema so I'm sitting here telling you say Miniati was so a national communications officer or whatever part of their NDC team on can me which part of IMF agreement and a catcher yes including you we are same training a catcher yes say you better to light bill every 3 months on proving chame because yate wa mama twitwa san trono atu Ghana for team on can chame say which part on proving chame say which part of IMF agreement and a catcher yes say every 3 months bia no you better to light bill ma motutum enti IMF for no so na catcher say mu first can quarter pad ema students IMF for no and a catcher say mu go first over 293 million and quarter nkukwa nketenkete IMF for na kan sa asem no chemo
na ede na mo de ko IMF
menya IMF di enti na IMF ho IMF eba because of issues and obianim Russia Ukraine war eba what you say COVID the need dey bebomu ansa na no so eba se no nso nya justificate we yansem troni na se wo so unje no so ntumu a wa wasem because the current president Kraji Atuma can be say yenya effect e was aniema no so eba eno na ma sa inflation ni ade ni economy ni nyina crash ya wuko ho for remedy Eti umbisam say then ye koho nye nenkwa ne koho ya koho several times and there are reasons why I will be call baby what I say yes kusie mpia ti opia na just a bibi na asie na ekobasa because I quite remember class say obi ka che say NPP for na dey akọ IMF na why na be beji free mu do you get my point eti me stress sa ade no a wo ka no mususunka because there's nothing like that. What I say, mo person mo tutu ade ni mu a mo nka no kre mo buy 28% and na mo bi esun etietiamu na awe ho say ebeba ne sa akokwa hwe Ghana yesi enya independence and what is there to celebrate? What is there to celebrate? Abra ni pasitrem cost of living kwa na ekosro akokwa material catchrew eniema enkoyie obi akrantienti ene ya chinatu chese independence day ni pay we wura mu okoku akrantienti ni pan won independence day ni bi ene koku akuafo ensu bobna se wo musika koku akuani no akokwa they also did 3,600 a year of our bag the whole crown na bra what is saying me say me ko se hwe so e ko hwe se ne akuafo ni sitie papa ba ku be chia me no me sa me nsam say nsam say ya wodi chia mbisa ne say wotimi di nsa no hohoro de nimu anopa wotim se wa ye dwumaden wa bua makoko no abedu ba bia edu nipa nkoton kekemra no a wa tini sika so se hwe na do 36,000 3,600 no na bra bot say na campese 2,500 kuku kuafo so so we members of parliament a minority no and then instead of some better parliament no omu na muura mu ni kuku kuafo esu e pa ba yi chaw akokwa omu pa ba yi chaw se omu hu omu mabo ba bia sika wo biara akokwa mu hwe na mu tia kuku kuafo ka and I will share internet or be a soon in prepared. I would channel doso. Na kokwa Saturday metia. O man penin Ibrahim Mahama.
Ade wusu.
O man penin Ibrahim Mahama. Wakon aeroplane. Wakon aeroplane.
Say play or done.
Wakon aeroplane. Abetram.
Na so a businessman.
We a businessman and then we are what to say. And then we are to say. Obi akwa won yemu bi adwane bi ko ye chutu nkro ehifo na Ibrahim Mahama wo ko wonu akwa no ga ehifo no want to kwan koye na se ehifo and want to kwan koye se wo ko he awokoto play abekuafo su na wodi capacity no kra fa bu nia na bosia
Ibrahim Mahama nya aban
wonya aban ajani nia na president capacity no kra bu nia na bosia eye ya waje na kuafo ho towa mo uya be ka che so de ba ko da che Ghana na anu adujama accident yesi ada ni afa play no mo akofo wo mo akofo police what you say accident yesi ye wa adujama ada ni afa play no ami afa ko number be no dija ya ye mfa mfrele ni afa play no kofa wo mo ada na ye Ghana sa 1 year in office what ba control play. So betlem abra members of parliament and namuram koko growing areas epa akuafo echewso munya abotre no behwe ne aban na kasa disika abra wo mo na wo de wanya bia koto aeroplane o maya yetimunie obi na akrantienti yede na koto mu no what you say yenyina yesu ya pawo chaw
mom report tissue mama
what you say yesu ya pawo chaw sabua what you say na you toye kakra and what is there to celebrate obiasu uko ejura yesi bro emo egu ha yenya tofo onto
esesu wo se
kashu ya tete so minya nipa eso nipa bra na wanya bia kotelo play betrem
akokwa o se watoni wani ni old one no obi yare o Ghana na yedin bekwa amano ne a
me se number ba no de agya wo
ye friend
pado premise bobo number no
na meto dwane nyina wo bi nya accident adu jamadie na kia frɛ no ma kofa no ho agbese yakɔ bupa number ne wodi gya e kire no ana ya to NDC fo nko ho se wo mu de wo ntira mu mie fo mu nko mo yare a me po me kwa kwotira sa plane ni mu bi obi o se hwi so kokko farmer no sa plane wo ba fu bi
okay
ada na mama ya ni aye ya ho Ghana ha sa ada ni aye ade boni na NPP ene Ghana fo aye Ghana fo de boni ni aye say when you fika kwa $70 million no when you fabu ni ade bosia fabu ni abu go pressure dan so ana tese de ye kan ha matie panifo asem omusi wu twasa wu de twasa no onim se na chia ampa indeed because them say san wo start ya na waso asi na wani afra ya ka bibia wonte matie panifo ase de wo twasa no onim se na chia ampa hwede ekoso yi awo bia su members of parliament nam e pachew e kokoko akuafo se president Bama hwe na sika etimi mana ho nipa ho ntono wo de akoto plane mini bibia meka
Paul Yandoh moma ni tissue ma
na wo akokwa mini asem o kae yemfa wuntumi nkotum because wuntumi ayi good ayi obi good dia wato play the only niti dia niti say ono dia wato play
okay
wuntumi yi good nti wo hesa yanchina ntuma oba resign ma dia wakoto play ayade black voter nsuo amano ono dia oye genuine businessman wuntumi dia oye baller person anazo wo prapra baller so enti ono dia yengelino what kind of Ghana are we living in na just eye ahoya na yan kahwe emre you say give time some time emre di anim na Ghana be the papa
Paul Yandoh ena atene nka no MPP communications on dan was antimantem Abdul mitiba kubi mze o reaction bi na menko ahoma no so mra
isi akwa was on my way no extra cautious the way you can't amount for private life.
Yeah,
you see we are running in the country say Ghana hano I say Ghana might be as a tiny grow young. When someone is growing, is making business, never say I want to will grow. And by yes against Mama because who present to me say that's your national chairman, he will still do his business.
Yeah.
Let's not bringing our bring you down say simply because Ibrahim Mama as we know a businessman.
Yeah.
Argentina nini aba ba mu bia no to play.
Na we kura me pese.
Argentina nini aba ba mu bia no nya
the first play on the year.
Obi zami say na play aba.
Dem no sitting here ba bia say the first play.
Ma memfa we into so. Jeff project mami. Ibrahim Mahama asem na me se me nhyam pese me komu ye. But you see said the all kind is a private person. And normal baby I told him about one to media and he said he cannot say what is a minute say he cannot say but Ibrahim Mama again I will can say jet and didn't know what to the plane or a private businessman and plane no crano from information a one which say plane or down to 2024.
Yes.
And now or my plane to say bicycle and you have to order from 2024 day by even before say Mahama best way in a president and son a plane be Bruce Abri. Now the former in old plane now one. This is MP Davis Opuku Ansa and or say Ibrahim Mahama's kindness with his private jet as in 2020. Or say Ibrahim Mahama's kindness with his private jet saved me in 2020. It just
save him in what sense?
And what kind of?
No, you are on the phone.
And he had jet off. He had jet off with it. And this is your MP.
MP.
Okay.
And there's a nipa that you want here say nipa that you. After nipa so say no. What go to play just
Emilia Paul Yandoh any justification be to blame Ibrahim Ahmed so to play.
Okay.
He can do that.
Just a minute.
1 minute. See, I think say Paul Yandoh amanyosem na ye no. Also very careful.
Aden.
So okay so the bibia na the amanyosem a one hwe ya next time obeka was serious business no be take you serious. So I mean asemwa asiye Ibrahim Ahmed fair private jet. What the time I told the fair private jet. Now NPP were bem. Second one in 2024. Now by Ben and you know the MPP. Now could forward and a president.
Private jet.
So
I can't want him.
What Ibrahim Ahmed. I mean what 2024 now Bahama president.
Okay, thank you very much. I was here. My men fight few calls now for
Abusinya enti san 7 week and a Paul Yandoh any other NDC communicator editu edwa na wankasa wuti sema Paul Yandoh ka ho asem ya ubebisa ho se enti Paul Yandoh yo obi asabi ya na Okro TV so a ogadani facts correct anaso otnasiki kan niam sie ni se o biko TV biko radio station akokasa enti misemwe na meka afa ho amekasa afa ho. This is what I'm going to talk about. You may say who say Paul Yandoh sana. So yes, and the NHS we any serious. And this is the most reason why MPP4 they will be in opposition. Say Oman to Tomunima in Ashanti region. A biggest region like Ashanti region. Na ye Paul Yandoh so no ye the whole communications in other retire. Now the whole communications na director between TV so tina radio so na ne kasa ni dia ami se na chimato bi ewo baby ami se na party ni serious me de bia meka MPP for person mobile ban mu dia then they should do the right thing by what apologizing to Ghanaians and bring their initiates policies the omoba sebi omobe. But when they start attacking John Mahama and Nima Oya and in Nkofwa, that won't solve the issue because CCA me what to say akwada bi da hono nyame mfasamba wo akwada bi wu na nipa no gina na hono okọ ya no obobo na suma situation no an issue ne da hono unsolved. Adena wo don't so kabi. Why don't you go ahead and solve the issue? So this is what MPP for more. Ghana problem down, but they should come and try their best. They should come and do. They should come and try if they can solve it. They couldn't, but they know no position. They want to tell Ghanaians say, "Mono no beat me." And a Ghana for a year, be me and the film, send the command NDC for NDC for Yame. Of course, NDC for Bay. But let me tell you, the idea man went to me, the movie, what went to me, we don't expect any advice from you unless you have go and learn with what? A certificate. People know, say, oh, what's in Yakusunya one day, what could in this case, unless MPP for in opposition for about 8 good years, and see who say, oh, and they are coming out with good policies, good intervention, good leadership. Okay, yeah, who say, oh, in this case, they can, they can talk about NDC. But in a Tikrum High MPP Suban, they know how they have ruled this country for the past 8 years. So, and I say for 8 years, since they would kind of for the past 8 years. 8 years ago, we be this from 2016 to 2025. Now, and then, Omuti baby tina radio so kasa basa. Sometimes I begin to ask myself, Ghana and Tibe ye. Say suban we na edit my bed then on my way ye. It in Europe over Paul Yandoh were Sabia new and Yura Ibrahim Muhammad, he would not have attacked him. and go attack you, Ibrahim Muhammad, he would rather what commend him, he would rather applaud him. So why dear omo ye politics krano omu bunkrofo jiji nkofo sika so omo aba chese edi nkofo taxes krano. How many of them think about the country? Say turbulence ba ko kra dia ma constituency say BBC atu yenche bi yenkasa atu yenche member sebi yenkasa atu yenche membra emfa nche mbitwi no yenkasa boni bi nsi ba ye dipa ya ye wo ho ni je nye den hazard ewo BBC a ye be fa ambulance de say o ambulance constituency we edia nti yafa edie koye we politicians say no muti. Even NPP for Lankasa promise 1 district, 1 ambulance. Bisa say 1 constituency, 1 ambulance. Bisa say initiative. No, what happened to it? Say no, be in a private jet. Only private jet bo. Say sika pudu de akotono so de gina hono mama mine no. Say bi to atu yenche bi to aye animonu ya. Na wa yeden watimi abefa. Omamo me fa. Na mama let me tell Paul Yandoh. Any NPP for now doing the same thing about Ibrahim Muhammad and say the empress make candidate to any. Owura no bra obi na no ka bloggers ni bisa and say who the second private jet in bed in okoka say or the gina hono mama and monu na no onyan en have any any meeting bi o baby a odi tu dwa owie ya wonfa number bi anto ho ko Paul Yandoh ka se wonfa number anto ho won information bi a chese bibi tu obetimi a reach out owura na fe na waka ni nsem e na wo betena se edin hihye egu okwan mu because they need to have people that will regret it say wo from more 24/7 or so in your office a mo tena ho no that number no will be on say be Africa can no more so no me no more to pa debi. You have to do checks also it demands a lot of attention and even people will be employed at the India send Paul Yandoh to work nti obi na no kan keke na so the number bi ato ho o pay bi Africa 024 na Ghana for ahase e ko bi ambulance service and conform from mo enye genuine obi timi say me fira hwese number no go through a ko bisa police service obi si me fira hwese number no ye active ko bisa fire service obi si me fira hwese me ya obo beba mi wa na eni kwan so mo frɛ enti odin hihye egu akwan mu say bi ebeduru ba bi no na say brand duru ho no ma o frɛ number na no mo authentify say o die no kware say bi asi na say na happen o ma bisa then they will move forward with your case. Adena Paul Yandoh abetino no na wa attack papa no for no reason. Onye politician unto man unto omeye MP omeye minister kinofura tawa be MP waye minister isika kudi ni ho wakohye bruchiri and make catch MDC for saa owura we manhwe ya bibi besi o me ka kire mo owura we se manto mobo ase anye amankofo ho an kire mo okurum ha na moma chema wuntumi se nka chema wuntu ba no de jira nka Paul Yandoh ni adaje nka menye so se nka Paul Yandoh be ko TV so nka wuntumi ho ache nka Paul Yandoh ntimi metena ho no menkika sanse we isan se wuntumi ho asane no kama na one na mbo ha woni problem ntino a ono ankasa be pa president atwa ho no opa na chew ono ani se wa ye bone yemi se onye bone ye pa chew ana but wuntumi be pa chew on live one blogger be and we all know say the social media powerful than even the traditional media no what you say it means that say want to mean your money aden no be pa chew Ghana aden no be pa chew abusuafo yi me kan na maka de bio NPP NDC for 1 to 2 neme yi amma kinofrata obeduru anum na nka chama wuntumi nom ebinom na nko modikan wo jail enti na nka the other ones no are very smooth e dia mama. Kinofrata, I can boldly tell you, say Kinofrata will come to Ghana and they will pamper him. They will be saying, "Yo, nyanya fi, apana a witch hunting, one meanwhile, or wama no neno." We all saying, "Say papa no disika," and that is the most reason why onyam buy. Our kudi, FBI will say him for detention center ɛwɔ America. It is oba na sɛ mutimi wahoa no na muyi sɛ ya which means NDC for opposition na na munso wo pese mu de mo kɔ NPP for ho. Then Ghana we look sharp for another party to rule Ghanaians. That is all. Chira wadwin o comment section. Bidiana meka makra. Bye bye.